We have new details after several recent social media posts went viral claiming they were placed on hold by dispatchers for a long time.
Well, this drawing criticism of the El Paso Regional Communications Center that answers those emergency calls. Our reporter Skylar Soto takes a closer look inside the dispatch center to see how they answer your calls.
What happens here is whenever you make a phone call, we have a call taker. So they will start the call, they will start writing down all the information, typing it, and the system starts moving the call to one of the dispatch islands, so to say, stations.
The different emergency categories are fire, PD, sheriffs, animal control, and even the emergency health network for mental health situations. Which leads to the question of how many people answer the emergency calls.
We work with what we call minimum staffing. So that means that we have the necessary numbers to run the center to respond to emergencies. Of course, that adapts depending on what day is it, the time of the day. Sometimes we need more people, sometimes we don't need as many.
Duenas saying calls are answered right away.
It will be extremely rare to be 3 minutes on hold. Especially because the system, even if there's a spike, usually it will go faster than that. Usually it's a few seconds, less than a minute.
However, he adds that sometimes there's a spike in calls. For example, if there is a crash on I-10 and 15 people call, then that creates a spike and puts other emergencies on a hold.
So it's preferable to stay on the line because that way, as soon as somebody's free, they can take your call. So it shaves a few seconds of the response time. Otherwise, if you hang up, the system is going to call you back.
Although you can also text 911 for emergency situations.
This is usually designed for several instances where somebody cannot speak on the phone. Let's say there's somebody maybe who's deaf or hard of hearing, so they have trouble communicating over the phone, so that way they can communicate via text. Then we have some instances, for example, where it's dangerous for somebody to speak. You just go to your text app, 911, same as a phone call, and you start typing your emergency.